Hi everyone, this is Professor Benjamin, and you have made it through week 5 of this course. So we are moving right along in this human geography class. Last week we covered service and settlements, and many of you did a really great job on your forum post. So you talked about range and threshold, we talked about central place theory. So there were a lot of really important concepts that you covered in service and settlements. I graded your urban patterns assignments that were submitted on February 9th. So you have those grades to look at, and my comments on your papers, so you can actually look at those. If you go to the grades tab and you submit and you actually click on the assignment, you'll see my comments on the paper itself. Okay. I also made comments on your paper proposals and asked for some of you to revise your paper proposals. Some of you have not already, most of you have. So make sure you look at my comments and what I'm writing to you. This week we're going to cover political geography, which is definitely a current day topic. Gerrymandering is a really important term that we're going to cover this week, and you have your third assignment of the semester due by Sunday, February 23rd, 11:59. This will require you to play a game in online game that makes you kind of make up voting districts. And if you need help with that assignment, this walkthrough of the gerrymandering assignment will help you do that, will help you complete the assignment. Remember, this is your third of 4 assignments due. So before spring break, we'll have done 3 assignments in this class, and then after spring break, you only have 1 assignment and then your final project due. So that's why I front load my courses, is to give you more time to work on your research paper that is due by the end of the semester. Okay, so you'll see here there's a lot of different topics that we cover this week, but gerrymandering is definitely one of those. So that's drawing district lines so that certain parties are given the benefit in voting. And there has been a lot of Supreme Court cases. Actually, the Supreme Court case did hear it and said it needed to be bumped back to the state and state levels. And Pennsylvania has been under a lot of scrutiny about this, is the fact that we have drawn really crazy different boundaries so certain political parties can win elections. And it will definitely be a hot topic in the upcoming presidential election. We also talk about resources in terms of the Arctic and Antarctic, and so there are a lot of topics covered there in terms of political geography and how we're going to separate out the Arctic and Antarctic land masses if the glaciers do melt. Already there have been treaties made and boundaries shown, and the U.S. does definitely lag behind in those spatial territories. In this chapter in your textbook, they talk about North Korea and South Korea, and they talk about the different political boundaries that are in nation states and nationality. So we talk about those in this chapter. So there's a lot that we cover. Also Brexit. So Brexit is a hot topic, and it's something that you hear in the news, and that is definitely a political geography discussion to have. Right here is this article about 7 questions about what it means and why Brexit is really important. So that's British's planned exit from the European Union. So all of these wonderful topics that you see are covered under this session. Do not forget that you have your gerrymandering assignment. So you have your initial post due by Tuesday, response post due by Thursday. You have your quiz on political geography due by Sunday, 11:59, as well as your political geography assignment. You also, looking ahead, you will have your outline due for your final research paper by March 1st. This is before spring break, so it gives me spring break some time to read over your outlines that are due, and so I want to make sure that you plan ahead for that. So make sure that you're planning ahead, writing that outline. The outline needs to be super detailed, so you need to spend some time on the outline. I don't want just basic questions or basic just one-word items given in the outline. I want to see really detailed information given in the outline so that I know you've thought about your research paper and the roadmap for it. So the outline is really important because it is that roadmap. It's going to say, okay, this is how I'm going to lay out my paper. And that actually is a huge part of a research paper, is just before you actually start typing is laying out how you're going to cover the material and how you're going to answer the question posed in your research question. Okay, so make sure you spend time thinking about that and looking forward to your outline due date. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out about whether it is about your paper proposal or your outline coming up or the political geography assignment. Okay. Again, you're doing great work in terms of your forum posts, and I look forward to hearing more from you this week, especially on this topic that is very relevant to society today.